Some Americans are working extra jobs to pay down debt. Joining us now is Ted Rossman, Senior Industry Analyst at Bankrate.com, to talk all about it. Hello, Ted. What's the latest on side gigs to make ends meet or pay off debt?
Side hustles are actually quite a bit less popular this year. Only 27% of U.S. adults have a side hustle right now. That's down 9 percentage points from last year, and it's down 12 percentage points from 2 years ago. Really what's going on here is the job market's still doing pretty well, and wage growth has outpaced inflation for the last 3 years. That's really the key. A few years ago, a lot of people were side hustling out of necessity. They were just trying to put food on the table and a roof over their head as prices really spiked. We've had some time to catch up on that. I know prices are still high and it doesn't feel great, but we have made a lot of headway here with wage growth versus inflation. So for a lot of people right now, one job is enough, thankfully, and they're not having to side hustle as much. I still think side hustling will rebound in the years to come. Technology's making it easier. The workforce is changing. It's not 50 years and a gold watch and a pension anymore. I don't think side hustling is dead, but it's taken a bit of a pause.
What advice do you have for people who need extra money to pay down debt?
One idea is to treat it like a passion project. I know in my 20s, I wrote part-time for a fantasy sports website, and that was a great fit for me because I love sports, and I thought I might want to go into that field, and it was a fun way to make some extra money and get a line on my resume and build some skills and experience and contacts. Think about that in your world, whatever it is. Maybe you love pets or kids or graphic design or photography, or there's so many different things that people are doing. Side hustling can be a great way to explore a passion. Who knows? Maybe it turns into your next big thing. Maybe if nothing else, you make some extra money and enjoy yourself in the process. You can also test things out that way. Side hustling can be a great way also to drum up money for discretionary spending. That's the primary use of the money right now. It's funding vacations and concert tickets and meals out and some of those extras that may not otherwise fit neatly into the budget. So that's something that people could do. You could pay off debt, you could build savings, you could invest more. It doesn't need to be forever, but if you do this for 6 months, could you make meaningful headway towards your credit card debt? I like a side hustle. It's also a defensive move. If something were to happen with your primary job, you at least have a head start on a backup plan.
Any final trends to report on hiring?
We've seen some weakening in the job market. I mean, the unemployment rate is higher now than it was a couple of years ago, but it's still pretty low in the historical context. I mean, 4.1% is still pretty good. And that is one of the main reasons why fewer people are side hustling, is that the job market's doing pretty well. Wage growth has been solid. It's harder to enter the job market. That's one potential red flag here, is that there's not a lot of movement in or out right now. It's not like a few years ago where we had the Great Resignation and everybody was changing jobs. You know, we are hearing that it's harder for recent grads, for example. There's not as many people quitting their jobs. There's not as many vacancies. People are kind of standing pat. There's a lot of uncertainty, of course, about tariffs and the economy. This is one of the reasons why I believe more young adults are side hustling, is that they're kind of trying things out, cobbling together multiple side gigs. Maybe the one job they have is not quite enough, or maybe it's not exactly in the field that they want. Gen Zers and millennials are the most likely to have side hustles.
Thank you for taking the time to be on our show today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.